Hello and welcome to MBDG's coverage of Prodigy Disc Pro Tour 2020 here at Kuopio, Finland. It's the Perfect Flights commentary duo back again. My name is Jørn Kvig and I got with me Dean Schaub. And Dean, we are ready for even more birdies here at the back nine. How about it?
Yeah, if you like birdieable holes and a lot of white OB stakes, you came to the right place. Heading into the back nine, we have Lauri and Väinö. Both equal at -4 with Niklas and Niko right behind at -1. A little bit of windy weather, but I think the conditions are improving. The sun has come out, and yeah, I imagine a pretty scoreable back nine, and these guys are going to be in full attack mode.
Oh yeah, and I look forward to seeing Lauri make a few big putts on the back nine as well. Maybe he'll start here at hole 10. It's a par 3, 107 meter. The basket is right there, but again, a treacherous green with the OB sticks in the back, and of course the elevation coming to play once again here on the old ski slope. And backhands or forehands, doesn't matter, just make it stick under the basket is basically the recipe for success and a birdie here on hole 10.
Yeah, the one thing you can't do here is throw a backhand that just keeps drifting out to the right. Not only will it be out of bounds, but you'll have about a 10-minute walk to go find it.
We got Niklas starting us off with a forehand. The FD3, if I'm not mistaken. Nice and wide. Let's see if he gets some favorable skip. He does. Trickles up and 7 meters for a, yeah, I would say pretty much a death putt.
Yeah, we said it before, but this is Niklas's home course, so he knows exactly what he's doing out here. See a rip on a yokery here from Lauri.
And it checks up, ending up in the circle. Well done by Lauri. And we'll see another FT3 throw by Niko, which is also a local boy here.
Yeah, Niko.
That's beautiful.
Niko can definitely score on this course. He found a little bit too much metal on his putts, a little bit too much OB in the front nine. But we can see him definitely go low here.
I think that's the story of both Niklas and Niko in the first 9 holes, is that they were just a little bit unlucky with either their drives or their putts, just not capitalizing on those birdies. As we see Väinö going a little bit long, has a uphill 9-meter putt. High, but it sits down. And elevation is really what makes this course hard and challenging for the players. As you can see, there's fairly open fairways when you get out of the woods, but it's just something about those continuous slopes that makes it hard. As we see Niklas almost driving that straight to the basket, but sticks it for a birdie.
Yeah, you're right. With the elevation, the players really have to think about the angle that their discs are landing, a lot more about the speed and the elevation of their own discs. Never lets up. Add in the just ubiquitous out of bounds. And it's a really mentally tough course, even though you get out here and the lack of tunnels and things, you think, yeah, pretty open, but man, like you said, just mentally draining course.
Yeah. And you also need to be on the chains. If you're not, then you'll have a rollaway almost guaranteed. Talking about elevation, we're moving into the woods on hole 11. Par 3, 78 meters. Again, it's right there. There's a nice little floaty putter. Don't hit any trees and then land before the basket. And don't sail past it, because then you'll most likely end up with a 50-meter comebacker going all the way down there.
Yeah, really great style of disc golf here, moving into the woods from out on the hills.
Slow is smooth, and smooth is under the basket. Let's see if Niklas is forcing this one a little bit over. Doesn't get stable enough and hits a tree, ending up on a circle's edge. 14 meters putt maybe. And surprised to see him going with something as stable as the Sensei.
Yeah.
And on a Heiser line as well.
Maybe just trying to make as much meters as he can, knowing that he's going to crash left at some point anyway.
Yep.
Kind of make your own luck, and can definitely get a look down there.
Yeah, we're seeing Nico doing the same. And that was the prettiest looking drive of the bunch. But gets a forward kicks and are at approximately pin high for a 9-meter putt.
Not a very fun look for Nico there.
Nope. And that is the perfect way to solve it. Just flexing it up and making sure the energy just dies in the air and it falls pretty much straight down. Is well done by Nico. And here we see the danger of running it downhill like that. Niklas ending up now with 11-meter putt uphill for his comebacker to say par.
Yeah, Lauri rings it up. Yeah, the ground around this basket just looks like a disc golfer's, just like a nightmare, a horror film. Just the roots, the hard-packed ground, the rocks, the downhill. It's got a little bit of everything to make you really hate it.
Yeah. Great comebacker by Niklas. And we see Lauri really keeping the foot on the pedal there and ringing up 2 early birdies here on the back 9, continuing his great front 9. And Väinö with the best drive of them all. This time just ending up a little bit left. We saw him ending the front 9 with an air ball to the right. So let's hope he doesn't go back to his putting at Tampere and the last Pro Tour stop, which wasn't something to prefer, I guess. We're at hole 12, par 4. It's 221 meters, and this is it's a rip and grip. I would say just pull it down there. It's downhill. It tightens up just before the green, which is also pretty tight, as you can see, a little bit bigger than the circle. And there's 2 ways to attack it. Is one to properly attack it and try to get as much as possible down there and just play it as 2 fairly controlled drives. But as you can see here, a lot of wind just making the tee shot very hard for the guys. So I would be surprised to see if we'll see any of the guys just really, really going for it here.
Yeah, we do have the 2 locals, but like you said, a lot of wind. I'm sure Niklas right now is thinking, do I go for the eagle or do I play for the par or play for the birdie?
Yeah, and there is no OB left, but it's natural OB, I would say, because the woods here are really, really tight, and we see Niklas just mashing one out there, turning it over a little bit, doesn't come back, but sticks just inside and should have a short little 60-70 meters approach.
Yeah, this
Nico?
Combination of a headwind and a massive downhill crush. Just a recipe for sailing one to the right out of bounds, but Nico's coming back really nicely.
Oh, and he is attacking it. I love this. This is aggressive play by Nico. Landing perfectly just where you see it coming in a little bit before the green. And this needs to get a little bit unstable and just keep the line and not fade into the woods. And it... well, yes, it does. A little bit of an unfortunate skip, but still keeps clear of the woods there and are matching Nico's aggression from the tee box. Well done. And Niklas actually ending up even further away than I thought. Heisering it beautiful in. Get a little bit of an 8-meter putt for his birdie. Nice and low. Get a little bit of a skip and a flare up, but not too bad for Väinö.
Väinö is pretty fortunate to be out of the trees there for that shot. See just how squirrely the wind is on that approach, but well done by Nico.
And we missed the approach of Lauri, but he's just deciding to lay it up in the strong winds. We saw him with some huge putts in the front nine. I hope to see a few more. As we see Väinö just a little bit low. Niklas hitting the rim. The conditions here are not easy for the guys, and let's see if Niko has the nerves of steel. Top right.
You could see him trying to put a little more speed on that one. Just got away from him a little bit, trying to fight the winds.
Yeah, and despite three of the guys here really attacking the hole, trying to get as much distance as possible from the tee, the putting just wasn't there for the guys on this hole, and resulting in a par frame at hole 12. As we see Niko and Lauri tapping in, admiring the hard steel of these Prodigy baskets. It seemed like. And now into the woods we go. Hole 13, par 3, 84 meters. You'll see it up here. This is this is a beautiful dance, but just going straight and have it naturally fade to the left. That's the recipe here for a good backhand, something a little bit stable. Standing out here in the wind, throwing into the calm, into the dark Finnish woods.
Yeah, it's tricky here. You want to get something with enough height that it sort of naturally takes it into the basket.
Oh, and that is way too short. Hitting an early tree. This is looking tasty by Niklas. And it is hitting it 4 meters from the basket. That's beautiful executed.
It's so tricky. Just uphill, riding a hyzer the whole way, and still, like I said, having enough height. You see the two locals have it dialed in. I like to talk about muscle memory on a hole like this, where it's just such a finesse shot.
I like this, keeping it nice and wide, hyzering it in under the basket. Perfect execution by Väinö.
Oh, we got a nice line. Väinö's patented M3 shot here. He really leans on this mid-range, and boy, did he need this one after the last couple of holes.
Yeah, and you can see they're really in no danger at any point of the flight of hitting in the trees. Just perfect execution. Ooh, and Lauri is not friend with the trees at the moment. A little lasery approach. Not how we imagined this hole going into it. Oh, good run from Niko. As we see Niklas just tapping that one in. The same for the rest of the guys, and Lauri has been charging here, but losing a stroke to the card, and are now tied with Väinö at -5. Still an impressive showing by Lauri so far in the first round here. We're at hole 14, par 3, 76 meter. There's a man to the left, straight from the tee pad. Just want to have something fairly neutral, a putter preferably. Just make it fly slightly to the right as you rip a backhand, or a very controlled forehand if you have it, but a slight turnover backhand I predict will be the 4 answers here. As we see Niklas. Yeah, this is the muscle memory we were talking about. That is perfect execution by Niklas.
Absolutely shaving some bark off some of the trees. Perfectly placed, weaving in and out. Here's Väinö up the gut.
Yeah.
believe that's a Glow PA3, really gummy plastic on that disc. We see it hit and stick.
And another great execution by Niko, following Niklas and Väinö to a few bullseye. Oh no. That is the first big mistake you have seen from Lauri, who is now forced to re-tee.
I see Lauri obviously not as comfortable in the woods as the other guys. Maybe overthinking it a little bit. Really good shot there after you missed the Mando. That's definitely a lonely feeling standing on the tee pad.
Yeah, and using no time at all to get up there. Leaving myself short here. Let's see if Väinö gets back into the middle of the basket. Yep, he does. Little high, but it sticks. Enough to card another birdie. And Niko.
Oh, and how many of those from Niko today? Just catching the cage, the band.
Lauri with a unfortunate double bogey. And it's like you said, he seemed a little bit uncomfortable getting into the woods, and I think the scores are starting to show that. As we have Niko rounding up, getting ready for hole 15, par 3, short and sweet, 65 meters. Just a nice little backhand hyzer. Again, don't go long. That means trouble and a long comebacker.
Yeah, you can see the Mando tree there right off the tee. Drop zone's right beside it. Hopefully that won't come into play for the guys. Yeah, a little baby hyzer into the basket.
Yeah, and using the height of the course. Having come down quick and early. And yeah, not too shabby. Skipping over the hill, but should be having a 9-meter comebacker. This is looking pretty much exactly the same as Niklas. And Niko to make it 3 for 3. Going a little bit higher, which means that he should be stopping a little bit earlier, which he does. Stuck a little bit unfortunate there behind a tree, but should be able to get up and down. And not enough stability on that lasery. Just hanging it out wide. Coming up short, but he's made those before, so...
I think that's Lauri's Jokeri.
Yes,
and
my bad.
There he is with his Pure, putting putter, a little bit short.
And the birdie comebacker from Niklas. You can see the mini of Väinö. 16.5 centimeters in front of it. And there it is, straight into the heart of the basket by Väinö.
Look at Niklas charging at Väinö, 1 stroke behind now.
And Niko making an easy birdie out of that one.
Niko at -3 could easily be at -6 or 7, just like Niklas and Väinö.
Yeah, just short margins is what makes it. Hole 16, par 3, 114 meters uphill, so it plays a little bit more like 135 meters, I would say. Again, Obis behind the basket. Please let me know if you heard that one before. But not as big of a downhill behind it, so just get it out wide and long enough, and you should be able to have it stick up on the green.
Yeah, what a draining course, you know. You get out of the woods, oh, I'm back in the grass, and then you see those sticks just right behind the basket yet again.
And this is looking great from Niklas. Just forcing that one a little bit over. Ending up a little bit short, but great drive by Niklas. This is one of the holes where you get on the tee pad and you go like, yeah, this shouldn't be a problem reaching, and then you actually smash one up there and you go like, ooh, that was quite a pump. As we see Väinö oohing that 4 meters from the basket with a great pump.
Perfect shot from Väinö, using the entire fairway.
Some young power by Niko, looking a little bit low, but has the speed. Yeah, just stops dead. No more flights.
Throwing uphill is definitely one of the hardest things to do in disc golf, I believe.
Yeah, I agree.
It's just a whole nother skill.
Lauri getting up there, but these young guys just has a little bit more distance than Lauri. Actually coming out of a back injury with some recovery surgery in 2020, so gotta admit, it's impressive showing by the Finnish Puma here. Ooh, blast past the basket. Niko, let's see if he's hitting old chain from just outside the circle, and again, just a little high. I know it's one of those boring disc golf sayings, but it's better to hit high than low because at least you give it a chance. But I think that's true for Niko in this case.
Yeah, unfortunately for Niko, he's been just a little bit high and just a little bit low. Kind of the whole round. Väinö with an absolutely perfect drive. Released it with just a little bit of hyzer, watched it drift to the right, come back right into the middle. Beautiful Väinö shot.
Yeah, there's no doubt that Väinö has one of the most beautiful hyzer flip games in all of disc golf. Alright, back into the woods we go at hole 17, par 3, 70 meters. Tight gap here in the beginning, which is the biggest challenge. Just keep it straight and keep it true. That would most likely give you a fairly easy opportunity to score a birdie here at hole 17.
I like this course's style, leaving the wooded holes, just nice short wooded holes, not trying to do too much. See the glow PA3 from Väinö.
Yeah, and it's smart. Ooh, that's a nice branch. And that's a nice stick. And he sticks that at 3 meters after 2 trees.
One of those where you just apologize to the rest of the card.
Oh, this is a little bit left. Yeah, I really liked the course design here as well. Leaving the tee pads on the open holes a little bit inside the woods where they can. The same with the wooded holes, just leaving the tee pads out in open, throwing into the woods. I think that's just a smart way to create a little bit of extra pressure on the players.
Yeah, we've seen these wooded holes that are, 80 meters and under really come out and show their teeth as well. There's sometimes no reason to stretch those out to 110, 120 meters like we see on some courses.
No. Niko with a bad kick, kicking a lot left. Let's see if Lauri can do the adjustment, and that is the best drive of the bunch. Just a little bit low, but ending up on 9 meters.
Yeah, Lauri's happy with that one. He's sort of been turning these type of drives over to the right, so... Oh, Niko just again...
Niklas expressing his feeling about that putt way before it lands. Lauri, let's see if he can pure this one, and he does. Great birdie. After a little bit of unluck and a little bit of rough midsection here in the back nine, It's good to see him back on the birdies. Back on the green.
Yeah, you've got to think Lauri coming into the round, he wanted to be somewhere around, -3, -4, -5. So I'm sure he's happy, even though a few things haven't gone his way.
Yep.
Niko, on the other hand, a lot of missed opportunities. He's sitting at -3. We see Väinö after 2 really nice tree kicks with the birdie.
Yeah, just a birdie fest for Väinö as we get into hole 18, par 4, 140 meters. You saw it. We're starting inside the woods, throwing out here. If you want to go big, you have to go really, really big and throw it over OB almost the entire way here to the green, or you can just pitch out and then have a fairly easy approach again to a sloped green. But these guys have shown to master the slopes pretty well.
Yeah.
And we get a forehand from Väinö.
Yeah, one of the dangers here is worried so much about the double mando that you hyzer out early on the backhand. So Väinö taking that out of play. Go into a rare forehand.
Yeah, just get out there. Middle of the fairway. And he's hunting his 10th birdie of the day.
Yeah, he's got to like sitting at -9. He's thinking, just don't light yourself on fire here with an OB. Yeah, Lauri with a similar just get me out of here forehand.
Oh, a little kick and in. Pretty much exactly where the rest of the guys are. And we got Niko.
High pressure backhand here.
This is looking good. Go, go, go. Almost, but just not enough. But that's what we talked about. That's the danger. You need to keep it over OB almost the entire way. Just making it really hard to execute. But I think Niko just wanted to push himself and prove himself and go for that eagle. And Lauri not too happy about that one. I think he thought he left it short, but stays inbound. And again, forehand from Väinö.
Well, he's got it if he needs it.
I think that was perfectly executed, to be honest. I hope seeing him throwing more forehand doesn't mean we will see him throwing less turnovers, because those are really shots of beauty. And Niko running that one. Can't connect. And will most likely end up with a par, while the rest of the guys are putting for their birdies. Lauri sneaking that one in.
He's happy with that one. Nice for Lauri to be on the first round coverage.
Really playing solid. Making it rain from outside the circle on the front 9 and finishing the round with 2 solid birdies. Niklas ending the round at -7, and Väinö with a hot score of -10 for the first round. Really charging his 3rd consecutive Pro Tour win here in Finland.
Yeah, even with a couple of shaky putts, to say the least, Väinö at -10, we see just when you have world-class elite talent, you can miss a few putts and still have a hot round.
Yeah, for sure. Want to thank you guys for watching the Natural Born Disc Golfers coverage of Prodigy Disc Pro Tour 2020 here at Kuopio. Here you see it. Väinö is -10, Niklas -7, Lauri -5, and Niko unfortunately couldn't do that eagle and ending up on -3 for a great result here at the first round. Again, just want to thank all the Patreons of Natural Born Disc Golfers. Of course, Prodigy Discs for making this possible. Remember, like and subscribe, all that good jazz. And Dean, I guess we'll see you for round 2.
Yep, come back and join us.
See you there.